Okay, Amy, so I'll go ahead and hand it over to you.
Okay, awesome. Um, First of all, we are so very excited about our team Zoom tonight, and we want Brianne and I are the ones hosting it, and we want to thank all of you that have taken time to be on the Zoom tonight. It really shows your commitment to working your business, and we just appreciate all of y'all. It's really true. The more you learn, the more you're going to grow. So just taking time out of your busy day to be on here is awesome. We have two very special guests tonight that I know you're going to love both of them. Our first guest is Sapphire Ambassador Debra McCutcheon. Debra, are you here?
I am here. And Amy, it is so sweet to hear your voice, girlfriend.
We're excited to have you on. I know you've recently turned Sapphire, was it last month or the month before?
In January.
Whew. In January.
Yes.
That's exciting. So we're excited to hear from you. I know you had mentioned you're going to do some do's and don'ts about how to grow your business. So I'm going to turn it over to you. So take it away.
Well, good. Thank you so much. And Brianne, thank you too for having me. It's a privilege. It's an honor. It's a pleasure to be on the call. You know, whenever you reached out to me, Amy, and you asked me if I would share, I was like, of course. I love to sing Plexus. So I'll tell you a little bit about myself and how I started. I drank my very first pink drink in the summer of 2011. My very best friend handed me a 3-day sample, and she said her coworker was sharing it. She said, "You need to try this." And I said, no. I was very skeptical. I tried everything there was. But she said the words that would forever change my life, and I still say them to this day. She told me, she said, "No, Debra, this product was made for people like you. People like me, people pre-diabetic with high cholesterol, blood pressure through the roof. You know, I was carrying around an extra 30 pounds and I was just tired all the time. So, you know, I mean, I sat behind a desk all day. I was behind a couch all night, but I did try it. By the end of that second day, by that second drink, I was hooked. And then, of course, you know, I was getting nervous because I only had one more packet and I only had a 3-day. And I was like, where am I going to get this stuff, you know? So now I'm cheap, okay? I'm going to drive all over town for a discount. So it was really a no-brainer for me to sign up wholesale, but I had absolutely no intentions of selling it, sharing it, or even telling anybody about it. And I was very, very clear about that. But it was really just like a lot of people say, it was impossible to keep it a secret. Plexus was exactly what I needed. I had more energy, stabilized my sugars. I started losing weight, my cholesterol, my blood pressure went down. I lost 27 pounds in those first 3 months. You know, so, and I've been going ever since. That was 4.5 years ago. That was in 2011. And what's so interesting was I thought I needed Plexus for those reasons. And never in a million years did I think that I would have a whole new set of reasons for needing to be the healthiest I could be. A year ago last month, January 2015, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I had a lumpectomy. I had 6 rounds of chemo, 33 treatments of radiation, 17 meds, and an ungodly amount of labs and procedures. And Plexus helped me when I needed it the most. I was able to get up every day and go to treatments. I was able to bounce back from those down days of chemo and that dragon that I call radiation. Plexus helped me to do that. So before this, you know, I was working full-time in an office, and I was always that career person, you know, that was behind the desk. I found that soon my business with Plexus was growing and even exceeding the salary of my office job. So after 14 years of working there, I was able to walk away from there and work Plexus from home. And of course, God's timing is perfect, because that was 6 months later was when I was diagnosed with breast cancer. The true freedom that I experienced with Plexus as my business grew was that I was able to go to treatments. I was able to go to doctor's appointments. I was able to rest and recuperate and continue to work my business. And even my team rallied around me to help me grow even more. So I'm forever indebted to Plexus for what it did for me in the beginning and for what I never thought in a million years it would do for me. So for the business side, I'll just tell you really briefly about my long and bumpy road to Sapphire. When I started back first in 2011, we had no clue what any of this was. We didn't have half the products that y'all see today. We had no catalogs. We had no brochures. We had Slim and Accelerator. So I was really content on just taking my products, getting them at this cheapest price, getting healthy, but it was only then that my big old Italian family that wanted to know what the heck was I doing, and they wanted some of it. So I was sharing the products and doing that on the side with that full-time job. It took me 3 months to even know what silver was. And it took me 3 more months before I even could get 3 people. So even still, it was longer to grow from silver to gold, which to me is the toughest rank that you can get to. But it started to take off. I went senior gold January of 2013, and then ruby and senior ruby May and June, and emerald in July of 2013. So that's 2 years to take off. And then, of course, here we are 2.5 years later, only to get to Sapphire. So I just want to reassure you that I'm not one of those quick ambassadors. I'm not one of those that sneeze twice and they're emerald, okay? It took a lot of work. It took a lot of effort. It took a lot of losing and gaining. And, it really even took me humbling myself and asking for help from my team when I needed them, asking for them to step up and do meetings and calls so I could focus on getting better. So it really was a blessing for me, believe it or not, that I was able to go through these experiences. I grew into what I became. And, I didn't even know if I would have been emerald 6 or 7 months into this. I don't know what it would be like. I'm blessed that I was able to learn and grow into the leader I needed to be for the team that I was getting. So I'm going to share with y'all some business tips. We always talk about the do's, what you need to do. I'm actually going to share 10 things that a leader shouldn't do. Now, when I say leader, if you have 1 person on your team or 100 or 1,000, you're a leader. Leader the moment you sign somebody up. So here's my top 10 things of what not to do. Number 1, don't panic. Things are not as bad as they seem. You think you can't do this? So did I. So did just about every Jewel, and I'm sure even on the call with the company. They thought the same way. The majority of us are not professional network marketing people. We're not trained to do this. We just fell in love with products and want to share them. So this may be your very first network marketing job you've ever done. So don't sweat it. Don't worry. Be genuine. Be honest. Be you. And know that you've got at your fingertips so many resources. You've got sales marketing tools, you got scripts, you got YouTubes, you got Zoom calls, you got all kinds of training. Heck, we've even got third-party recognition. Formal companies that have recognized us like that's the 8th fastest growing company, and then even Morgan and Stanley. So just take a deep breath, write it down what you want to do, get with your sponsor, your upline, your sideline, get on a Zoom call, and find those resources and get organized. Number 2, don't assume that a title is going to give you respect and credibility. A title does not mean that you're the best leader in town if you don't lead with an open heart. If you want the credibility as a leader, you got to walk the walk. You have to have character and influence and credibility because you're leading the pack. Your actions will long outweigh your words, and also the speed of your leadership is also going to dictate the speed of your team. Number 3, don't avoid confrontation. You have got to embrace those difficult conversations. Don't stick your head in the sand, and don't push it off on another team member. When it comes time to do it, your purpose is not to punish or to call out or to diss someone, but to bring a common solution that's going to be a win. Confront out of love and that you care, and your heart is going to show that. Number 4 of our list of don'ts is don't assume it will all get done. If you give someone something, go check on them. Check in and see how they're doing. Don't micromanage. I did that. I'm guilty of that. Be humble just like I was and step back and say, I'm going to give them their wings to fly. Don't babysit. But inspect what you expect. Number 5, don't do what you've always done. If you are stalled out, if you are getting more no's than yeses, if you feel like you're in a rut, remember that saying, if you do what you've always done, you're going to get what you always get. Change it up. Read another book. Improve yourself. Join a club. Reach out to moms in your kids' classes. Quit complaining. Think bigger. Think better. Put yourself out there and reinvent yourself. Number 6, don't forget to invest in yourself. Because let's face it, you're not Superwoman. As much as I like to think I could do everything, I couldn't. Your resources and your ideas are eventually going to run out. Remember, you have to fill your own cup before you can pour into someone else's. You can empty it, but refill it again so you can pour more. So go read a book, go to a conference, watch a video, refill your cup of resources so that you can be a better leader for your team. Number 7, don't forget to encourage. Guys, people need affirmations. You know, we all like to hear that we're doing a good job. We all are wearing that sign that says, make me feel special. So all the people that are seeking it, that you're seeking it from, they're seeking it from us too. And affirmations and positives are free, okay? They're high in value, they're high in return. And reach out, even if it's just an attaboy or a go team, or I really like that post. I think I heard some affirmations just when we first got on the call. Those really do go a long way. Number 8, don't be a dictator. Don't be a know-it-all. Open your eyes, open your heart. Be willing to take suggestions. Be coachable. I always tell people I'm always a student. I'm never an after. I'm a during. I'm always learning, and I'm always open to learning something new. And if it works for me, I'm doing it. I'm running with it. And if it doesn't, I'm just going to try something else. Number 9, y'all, I made my notes so I don't go all night long talking. Number 9, don't forget to lead by example. You know, we watch others, they watch us, you know, but it is your actions that will determine the leadership that you know. You know, you signed up for this. Don't clock out. Give it your all. Don't do a halfway job. Go 150% and lead your team by the examples that you choose to make. Now, lastly, number 10, but it really should be number 1, don't forget God. Don't forget the spirituality of what we're doing and why we're doing this. Lead yourself so that you can lead others. You know, ask yourself this: how can I lead others if I'm not in the right place? So seek that reassurance wherever that may be. If it's a leader that you can listen to and copy and write down and write your thoughts, you know, and say, you know, Lord, you know, I need you to help me see the potential of others that you've placed in my leadership. And always remember, revival begins in the mirror of ourselves. So those are my 10 tips on what not to do as a leader.
Those are awesome. We can all learn from every one of them. Thank you for sharing your heart and sharing all of that advice, because it's awesome. Thank you.
Oh, thank y'all. Thank y'all for having me.
Yes, thank you so much. And I think it was a nice twist, Debra. I think you hit a lot of those things right on the head, and it's a good reminder. I mean, even to us, you know, like I'm sure Amy, you probably feel the same way, but for me as well, some of those things you just need to be reminded. So thank you.
You know what I do? A lot of my training comes from, don't do what I did. It didn't work.
And Debra is just one more example of the one plexus, because she is nowhere on our team per se to say, and she's just willing to step out and share with all of us. So that's why we love plexus, and that's why we love you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right. Well, next we have a wonderful testimony coming to you from Matt Aldridge. Matt is actually going to share a little bit about his transformation. And I know it's been such a joy to see the progress and the ways that his life has really changed for the better. So Matt, I'm going to go ahead and give you the floor and let you share a little bit about your plexus journey.
Thank you so much. It was an honor to be able to be on the call tonight. So basically, I got started with plexus through my wife, Renee. She got started. She had gotten frustrated, we have 4 kids, and our youngest 2 were through C-section, their deliveries, and so she wanted to lose the baby weight, and she decided to try plexus. She tried some other things and even tried bariatric doctor and wasn't pleased at all with that. And so she had got some information about plexus, and I said, you know, just give it a shot and see what you think. And she tried it. And so in 7 weeks, she went silver, I think, in 3 weeks. And we kind of had a deal. As far as financially, we knew that we couldn't really afford to both start at the same time. And so the deal that we made was that she would sign up And once she made enough to cover her products each month, then I would come on board and we'd still have the same investment essentially. 7 weeks later, she was making enough to cover both of our products, so we figured it was time for me to come on board. So I started April 15th, and, I really didn't want to – I've never really intended to lose a lot of weight. I intended to lose a few pounds. That was kind of my idea, and then I thought, well, the big things I wanted to join for was my blood pressure, which was out of control. My blood pressure was way up in the 200s, over almost 200 at times. And I was on 3 medications and been hospitalized for it several times over the last few years. At one point when I was hospitalized, they didn't even trust the machine, and they hooked me up to, if I'm saying it correctly, the sphygmometer on the wall. And it went to 300, and the needle was so close to 300, it scared me to death. And so that was really what I was interested in, was getting my blood pressure down, because I could do a whole lot better drinking a pink drink than I could taking a bunch of pills every day. I hate taking pills. And so I wanted that. And then also with ease, I have avascular necrosis in my right hip. And I'm a double amputee, and I used to wear prosthetics, but I can't wear prosthetics anymore because of my hip. And so that was really what I wanted to join for, was to control my blood pressure and to control my pain. And so 3 days after I started, I was pain-free with ease. After my 3rd day, I was pain-free. And I've been having hip pain since I was 13, and I'm 35 now. So I literally suffered with hip pain every day for 21 years. And 3 days on ease, and I've been pain-free ever since. The other thing that I wanted was the energy, because, like I said, we have 4 kids, and I also have sleep apnea. And I used to drink a 2 liter of Mountain Dew every day. A lot of that just to stay awake. I like the sweet as well, but a lot of it was just to stay awake. I'd come home from work and start falling asleep on the couch. And I don't do that anymore. And me and Renee have actually traded roles, and she's went back to work, and I'm now a stay-at-home dad. And I'm up every morning, most mornings about 6 or 6:30 with the kids, and go to sleep most nights about 11 or midnight, and I never take a nap in the middle of the day. And that was unheard of for me in the past. And so I'm pain-free, I've got energy and awake. And then we got the whole weight loss thing that really has taken me by surprise, honestly. I was a competitive power lifter for about 12 years. Lifted in college and was a certified personal trainer, and was always real active. And my competition weight was always 210 pounds. And when I started Plexus, I was 237 pounds. So I just wanted to get back close to that competition weight. And I haven't competed. I haven't even been in the gym since 2008. My last national championship was in 2008. And so I haven't done anything very strenuous, athletic, lifted weights, anything like that since 2008. So I didn't really think I would ever get below that weight, my competition weight or anything, but I just want to get close to it. So I thought, if I can drop down from 237 to about 220, I'd be real happy. I feel great about that. I just feel more comfortable and be able to get around a little easier, and that help with my hip pain and just be more active and that sort of thing. And so I've been on Plexus now for 10 months. I haven't had a soda in 312 days. And like I said, I used to have a 2 liter every day. And now, because I don't want the sweets and all that as much, I'm enjoying things that I used to not enjoy. Like I'm eating an apple pretty much every day, which might seem like a weird thing to have as a non-scale victory, but I used to hate apples, and now I eat one every day. And I used to love Mountain Dew and hadn't had one in 312 days. So that's kind of a big change for me. Yeah. But my total weight loss thus far is 50 pounds. And like I said, I was hoping to lose 10, 15 maybe pounds, 20 at most. But so far I've lost 20. I've lost 50 instead of the 15 or 20 that I intended to. And now what I'm looking forward to is I want to drop another 10, maybe 15 pounds and get really, really lean. And then I want to go get back in the gym soon. Hopefully, when we get some things family-wise kind of settled down. Our youngest just had surgery about 3 weeks ago, and so it's been really crazy. But once things calm down a little bit, I want to get back in the gym and be really lean, and then add some of that bulk back and get big again as far as muscle-wise, but be able to do that lean, which is something when I was competing that I really struggled to do, is to add lean size. But I'm confident now with Plexus, with all the products that I'll be able to do that and be able to add that lean bulk and not gain, the fat at the same time.
That is awesome. Well, it has been such a joy to watch your transformation, Matt, and your drive and determination is like no other. So I have no doubt in my mind that you're going to be back doing that, and I can't wait to see how that unfolds for you. And
thank you, Matt.
Thank you. It's been really fun for me because, I mean, just the little things that are happening a lot of times. The other night we went out. Well, actually, I think it's Valentine's Day. We went out and wore a shirt and was able to button the collar. That was just kind of a weird thing for me. It hadn't happened in years. Little things like that. I wore a shirt. We had to go to a meeting last night for our daughter. And I wore a shirt that we bought it, or actually a friend of ours bought it for us, but with the intentions of cutting it up and using the material to do a craft project. And we had it in the closet for about 2 years and never got around to the craft project. And so I was looking for something to wear, and I thought, pull this out, and I thought, that's been in here forever. I don't even know if I can wear it. And sure enough, it was an extra large, and I used to wear 2 and 3Xs and even some 4Xs, just depending on how it was made. And so I looked at it as an extra large. I was like, I can wear that now. I never thought I would wear that. Never bought it with the intentions of even wearing it. So it's been a lot of fun as far as that end of things. And the self-esteem has been great. I've noticed that I never used to enjoy getting dressed up, and now I kind of enjoy it because it's nice to get dressed up when the clothes actually fit and you feel good in them. So
that's exciting. Matt, will you share what products you're taking? Will you share with us what you're taking?
Absolutely. So I take the Fab Force, and then I take Accelerator, and I take Ease. I think that's it. There's a few products that I take occasionally, like I take 96 occasionally.
Right.
I've taken Block occasionally before, a really large, if I knew I was going to eat something that I should stray away from. That's been the amazing thing too with us too, is our lifestyle is just so busy and crazy, and with the kids and everything. I haven't, other than adding some things like eating apples and some things like that, for the most part, I really haven't changed my diet really at all. I eat, as I've lost weight, I notice I eat less. I don't want as much of the sweets and stuff like that. But as far as major changes, and consciously trying to change things, I haven't done that. The Plexus has helped me change some things. Like I don't want soda at all anymore, and things like that. And I drink way more. I mean, I used to not drink water at all, and now I drink 100 ounces every day, sometimes a little more than 100 ounces, things like that. But as far as going from eating junk to eating salads and stuff like that, I haven't made any major changes like that, and still eat more stuff that I shouldn't eat than I'd like to. But with our lifestyle, it's really hard to make those changes. But that's been the amazing thing too, is Plexus has really helped me get healthy and still not have to make these huge drastic changes. It's helped me make gradual changes over time without me even noticing it.
That's amazing.
That little pink drink can offer so much, and it's just like you said, those small little changes and what your body no longer wants, the sugar and the soda and things like that. So that is just amazing. Thank
I
you.
mean, when it came to soda, I never even used to use a cup. I mean, I literally would drink it straight from the 2 liter. That's how much I drank. And I just don't want it anymore at all.
That's
Such
awesome.
a blessing.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much, Matt. We so appreciate your inspirational story, and we can't wait to follow you and see what things come and unfold for you. So thank you so much. Amy, do you have
Thank you.
any?
This is just.
Sorry. You there, Matt?
Oh yeah, I'll say thank you, and this is just the beginning. I mean, we've just been on. I've been on products for 10 months, and Renee 11 months. So we're just getting started. This is the beginning for us.
That's right.
All right. Thank you, Matt. Amy, do you have anything to add before I close out our call for tonight?
The only thing I was going to say was thank you, Matt, for being on here. Thank you, Deborah, for giving of your time. And also to our team, Brianne and I were talking. And if y'all will please, when y'all do your posts that's Plexus related, use the hashtag Dare to Be Diamond, because Brianne and I are making a conscious effort to go in and search that hashtag so we can comment on your posts so that it will give you more exposure. And two, we would like y'all to do that with your team members and even with your sidelines. When you see a Plexus post, just comment on it. It doesn't have to be a long paragraph, but just a little bit, just to comment on it, and let's get all of our posts boosted.
Absolutely. And yeah, and just to kind of add, I'm sure you guys have seen where, you might have noticed the activity level on your Facebook posts kind of decrease. And the way around that is to use some form of a hashtag so that we can, search that and then help each other out and help each other boost your post and expose your post. So as you know, I think it's, what is it, Amy, like 3 comments. Once you have 3 comments under a Facebook post, it actually feeds it through the news feed a lot more than having no comments or no likes. So we just want to, support everyone as much as we can. And of course, if you can go in, even if it's 5 minutes a day and do a search for Dare to Be Diamond, go in and like and comment some of your teammates' posts. And then of course, they'll return the favor as well. So it's just a creative way to kind of get around that.
Yeah. One more way that we can do teamwork together. It takes all of us working together to make this work. So
absolutely.
That's all I have, Brianne.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Deborah. Thank you, Matt. Thank you guys for joining us on tonight's team call. Of course, we will have our next call next Tuesday night at 8:30, same time, same place. And we can't wait to see you guys then. Hope y'all have a great week, and bye, everyone.
Have a good night, everybody.
Bye. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.